Now, I was once a very, very effeminate, feminine man. So much so that my mum would even call me gay at one point. She would literally openly ask me, "Are you gay?" Just like that. Because of how fucking feminine I was at the time. My actions, the way I spoke, the way I conducted myself and my body language, it all screamed feminine. In fact, just to prove the point to you, I will show you a video now of me being a very, very feminine boy. Now let's get straight into the video because I do not want to give you any bullshit story or hype you up. I just want to give you the value straight away in this video. Now, number one is you have to develop this sort of delaying gratification, stress is good, superior minds type of mindset. And this is the book that basically made me have the mindset, right? But it doesn't really cover what the mindset is. You read the book, basically this is how the process goes. You read the book, and then after 2 or 3 months of literally you just living life again, you begin to think in a different way, and you think more long term and the consequences of every single action you are doing now. Now, to give you a good explanation on how this feels, how it works, how this superior man's mind works, I'll give you a quick story. And this is quite a detailed story, so I do not want to fuck it up, so I will literally read it word by word and hopefully you can comprehend it. My friend had a problem with a girl. The girl wanted to have lunch with him. He said yes in the heat of the moment. She texts him when, but he doesn't want to because he said it in the heat of the moment. Weeks have gone by and he doesn't know what to say. He's planning on waiting out the awkward situation. He's planning on waiting it out. So I say, you have to tell her the way you truly feel and that you made a mistake in the heat of the moment in a sophisticated, chivalrous, white knight type of way. Using effective communication. So effective communication is like telling them truthfully what you feel. And because this woman will likely have a husband in the future, and you leaving her in the open now will likely cause some small psychological, mental rewiring in her brain to think that men are just this cruel. And therefore you are inching her voluntarily closer towards the tattooed, traumatized 1,000 body count woman. As opposed to the opposite side of the spectrum, which is this like farmer's daughter, fucking virgin girl that's 100% innocent and goes to church. Instead, for the sake of her future, formally and officially separate the tie she has with you in her mind and let her move on in life and preserve whatever amount of innocence she has left. Now, I said that because we don't know what her past is like, right? So, whatever amount of innocence she has left. Instead of waiting it out and possibly making her go for another man and that she doesn't truly like at all, just to get rid of you in her mind, out of desperation. And so just from hearing all of that, I hope you get this type of mindset. I hope you get what it's about now. It's about thinking long term, and it's also about all of the things you are doing now and how they can influence the future. I'll give you another example. If you're smashing now and you're not waiting to have sex after marriage, a lot of spiritual people, a lot of spiritual leaders would say that if you have sex, it sort of makes an emotional connection with the other person, and it sort of ties your souls together, essentially. And the more people you have, basically, whether you're a man or woman, the less high quality your future spouse, future partner is going to be, because you fucked a bunch of people. So why wouldn't your future spouse or partner fuck a bunch of people as well? If you just think about this, right, it is completely disgusting. If you just think about it, right? Think about your future wife, the mother of your children, all innocent, amazing woman. You go and fuck a woman now because you want to practice. You may actually lower the quality of your future wife, because if you're willing to fuck a woman before you meet her, she's willing to fuck a man before she meets you, right? And then so your wife's quality literally deteriorates as you deteriorate. And so that's basically a way to think about it. This is the superior man's way to think about things. Another thing is knowing that stress is good. We've covered long term and how every action you take now will influence your future significantly. But now it's stress. Stress, you have to understand that stress is good. Stress is all depending on how you look at it. You know those hotel cleaners, those ladies that push around the carts and like they go around room to room in a hotel and they clean shit. Yeah, there was a study on these women, and essentially the first group was them just being normal, right? Them just going about their daily lives, cleaning the hotel rooms. And the other group was a doctor telling them that they are actually burning a lot of calories when they're doing this. When they're changing the mattress, when they're literally cleaning shit out, they're burning a lot of calories. And I also think they were wearing some type of tracker on their wrist to see how many calories they burn. And from what they found in this study is that the other group that were tracking the calories and were being told that they were burning a lot of calories, they burned more calories. And so essentially you can think of stress in the same way. Stress, it all depends on how you look at it. If you believe stress is a very, very bad thing, it causes all illnesses, it causes cancer, whatever, and you come back from hard days of work and you're all stressed and you want to get rid of this as soon as possible, you look up all the ways, how do I de-stress myself? I gotta put a blindfold over my head and take a nap. If you do that, stress will harm you. Whereas if you believe stress is a good component, it's a component that makes you move in life. The reason why you're feeling stressed is because you gotta solve something in life. You gotta adjust it. It's a natural chemical system in your fucking nervous system that gives you a cue to fix something, change it. Same way with depression, right? If you feel depressed, your body wants you to change something. This is why we have emotions. And so if you look at stress as a good thing, it helps you. It helps you in ways to unfuck your life, to tell you to move, get off your ass, stop being on the couch. And you believe stress makes you a more capable and strong man, a strong individual, able to handle more tasks. Then stress will not affect you badly. In fact, it will probably go into reinforcing a hard, disciplined, David Goggins type of mindset. Now, another thing in having a superior, unshakable mind is simply viewing hate as good. Just to go on a slight side tangent here. If you've ever seen this video from Jocko Willink, Jocko Willink is this Navy SEAL hard motherfucker that's like basically like David Goggins as well. And essentially one of his most popular videos is him actually just saying good to everything. If you just search up Jocko Willink, go on his channel and then click on the most popular, you'll probably see good, right? The video is probably titled good or something. And essentially what that video is about is when everything goes to shit, good. And if you watch that video, you'll understand more of it. But essentially just have it in your mind that hate thrown at you is good right now. And why it is good is because, one, the people that hate are usually below you. You never see a billionaire or a successful person hating on some dickhead that's made a comment at him. He never hates back. It's only people from below, the crabs at the bottom of the bucket, that are trying to drag you back down because you remind them of how insufficient and stupid and lazy they are, because you show them what they are not doing, what they should be doing. And so they hate you for it. Another reason why hate is good is because it is polarity, essentially. If everyone was okay, right, just okay with you, you'd be in the center and it would be so comfortable. But once you have a hater, once you have haters, the polarity starts. You have haters, and then this in the middle, this column, right, it was originally okay. Just everything's okay. You're just a normal guy that goes about life. This is where you find people that love you. You have haters, and then you have lovers. As soon as you have your first hater, you'll have your first lover. And last but not least, the reason why people hate you is because they do not understand you. They've never actually, think about it, the people that hate you, whether it's at school or online or whatever, they've never had a 10-minute one-on-one serious conversation with you, have they? They don't know your past. They don't know why you're doing things like this. They don't know why you exist. Now, I believe the way you excel at making a unbreakable iron, unshakable superior mind, it's simply by reading books like this, mindset books, motivational books, inspiring, self-help books. It's by reading those, and also the people you hang around with, whether it's online with influencers like all of these self-help gurus, whatever. Surround yourself with people you want to become more like, or surround yourself with people that align with your beliefs and values, whether it's in real life with real life friends or simply online with these YouTubers. And I'll just link a video in the description below to a video on how you can find high value friends, essentially, and you can go check it out. Now, the second thing that makes you into a superior man or a high value man is the ability to handle pressure. Now, I like this example from Tate, and essentially he said that Genghis Khan, a big powerful leader in Mongolia, he had a lot of problems. If you just think back, hypothetically, he would have a lot of problems. For example, he conquered a big piece of land, and then suddenly there's a bunch of bandits attacking some border over there, and it's an unknown group of bandits, and he doesn't know how large the group is, and then his favorite horse died, and then his wife's complaining. All of these problems. I like that analogy from Tate, right? And essentially, you have to be able to love all of the problems coming into you at life, because all of the problems coming at you in life, it's like a sign that you are progressing. It's like a sign that God is testing you, basically. And the way I think about this on how you can handle the pressure, how you can actually embrace it and take it in, really the only way I've found to do that is embracing God, is going to church and thinking, and quite possibly having God test you, thinking of all of these challenges that he gives you as tests and his way of shaping you into the guy at the end of his plan for you. But how specifically can you embrace all of the pressure? Let's say you just got rejected by a girl, or at school you're being picked on. The way you can actually handle this or use it in a good way is to either physically go to the gym, pump it out, push the problems off your chest, or you can do it with work. You can, before your work bout, you can literally just visualize all of the things that would happen if you do not accomplish your goal of like making 10k per month or some shit, or reaching or becoming a millionaire. If you don't become a millionaire, what would happen? All of the haters, all of the people that picked on you, they would be proved right, and they would hate you even more. They'd look down on you. All of the beliefs that you shared about your journey, all of the things you said that I'm going to the top, I'm going to leave, I'm going to have more net worth, I'm going to have a higher net worth, bigger net worth than all of you haters combined. Once you say all of that and you don't achieve it, this is just a visualization, right? I'm sure you will achieve it, but once you visualize your failure there, it'll literally give you so much energy before the work bout, visualizing what would happen if you do not achieve your goal. Now, the third thing on how to become a high value superior man is physicality. Whether this is going into martial arts, jiu-jitsu, boxing, MMA, whatever you want, or it's simply weightlifting, or some hybrid fucking athlete thing where you're doing CrossFit as well. And just generally speaking, you have to do some form of exercise, because having a lean, bulky body, now this, I know this is going slightly into the weightlifting category, but having a lean, bulky body or a capable body, whether it's from martial arts, it just has to be capable, right? It has to look a little bit strong. You know, those motherfuckers that do martial arts, they're not exactly the biggest, but they look like they can do shit. Whether it's the veins on their forearms, or even if they're super skinny, they just look like their body is capable of doing something. And you want that look on you, because the first time you meet someone, the first impression, whether it's with a female or a man, if you have a good, capable, good looking body, it will strike either fear, love, like a validation type of thing with women, because they see that you're ambitious and you're, what was the word, accountable. You show up for a thing that you're dedicated to, aka the physicality of your body, and you can show up for the relationship as well. That's how their mind works, I'm pretty sure. And most of all, it'll probably leave you with some form of respect from everyone that's looking at you. they'll respect you. It's an innate thing amongst bros and men and in general, right? If you have a strong, lean, bulky body or just a good looking body, they will innately respect you. It's just an innate thing. They just have to respect you. And this is from my own experience from school life. So essentially, when you have a lean, bulky, attractive, capable body, it leads you to having more moments like when you're literally a child, right? And your teacher would say, I need two strong boys to carry these chairs over there, and then you get picked, and then you get like a times 100 strength gain and ego boost, and then you just lift it. Essentially, that will happen with your mum more, with people in general more, because they know your hedge, they know you're capable, and this starts to build a sort of positive feedback loop in your mind that you are this strong guy, this strong, capable guy. And that is very, very good for your mental health. And once your mental health is good, your life gets good overall. And the fourth and final category to become a higher value superior man is social and woman skills. And I have three very, very good tips here. One is from a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And two is a more practical thing. It's more actionable. And so just getting started, number one is have a week or two of constantly learning about charisma. Whether it's looking at channels like Charisma on Command, body language analysis, like you know those motherfuckers that literally look at a scene from fucking Peaky Blinders and they pause every fucking 2 seconds or so. Oh my god, he just blinked. That is a powerful sign. Just as stupid as it sounds, just look at that shit. It will actually help you a lot. And two more people you can have a look at during this week or two of constantly learning about charisma is one, Russell Brand. He's this man whore charisma type of guy. And just look at old clips of him flirting, right? Just type up like Russell Brand flirting. And also another guy is Craig Ferguson. And a video I like is Adult Talk with Craig Ferguson. And essentially what this does is it puts you in this mood. Every time before school, let's say you watch all of this shit before school, it puts you in the mood of being playful and charismatic. Whether you learn anything or not, whether you actually fucking, and this is a pro tip by the way, if you want to make this tactic or whatever more effective, when you're watching the videos, note down everything. Note down everything that you want to try, whether it's fucking sitting back, relaxing next time you're in conversation, or fucking doing a Thomas Shelby blinking, moving eye shit, where he literally, like, when he wants to move his eyes, right, he doesn't go like that, right, like a fucking prey animal. That's what they say. He instead blinks and then does this, like, let me try and demonstrate this to you. So he's like, he has to blink his eyes whenever he fucking moves them. And this shows like a slow and steady type of fucking energy. And just note down every single one of these tactics and then try it one per day. Now, I'll admit that when I was doing this myself, I didn't note it down one per day. I literally just kept on hammering away at all of those videos, and eventually my body picked up on some that I really liked, naturally, just in my subconscious brain, and I fully just went and tried them in social situations at school. Number two is something from Jordan Peterson. He said that the fastest way to get rid of the fear of rejection is to give yourself loads of exposure therapy in a very, very short amount of time. For example, there is a video on YouTube which is literally just approaching 100 women, cold approaching, so asking them out in one day. And essentially there's this like clapped Asian guy. There's a bunch of videos on this, right? And he goes and approaches 8 women, fails all of them, wants to quit. And on the 9th, because he went over that wall of resistance, he wanted to quit, right? And he went over that wall of resistance on 9th, and he just started going on a roll. He just started getting so much more women. And the funny thing is, it's all about your energy. Even if he was clapped, right? The first 8 he approached, I don't want to sound mean or insulting. They weren't the most attractive. And that's like another pro tip, right? If you want to cold approach women, start with the least attractive. But essentially, he approached unattractive women first and failed all of them. Low self-esteem. And if he went home at that time, he would have fucked himself like permanently on thinking that he's an unattractive guy. But instead, he stuck out and won. Literally went on a roll, went on a winning streak of asking out a lot of people and actually getting their phone numbers. And there's also a video that explains this very, very well, and it's a new, relatively new video by Mark Manson. Mark Manson is the author of Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and I'll just link you the video down below as well. That is a extremely good documentation of how to not give a fuck. And last but not least, the last tip is the 3 basics. Now, I used to be this very, very unsociable, judgmental, like Sigma type of guy, right? And I used to lack all of the social skills. Like I used to literally complain about small talk. I remember me doing that once. I used to complain about how small talk is so bad. I just want to do deep conversations. That's all I want to do. But you have to realize that small talk is the thing that gets you into deep talk. And so the 3 things that get you into small talk and get your energy up, basically get your energy up to be social and convey to other people that you are able to be social, is 3 basics. You'll probably find these 3 basics very, very simple, and honestly you'll probably think I'm a idiot for telling you these, obviously, duh, but you actually do them, bro. 1 is smile, 1 is handshake, and 1 is calling out their name whenever you see them. Because I guarantee you, if you do this with every single interaction, whether it's with people you hate or not, especially with people you hate, if you keep on doing this to them, they sort of dull it down. They don't outrightly hate you anymore. They just kind of hate you and chat shit behind your back instead, because they can't fuck it up in the social interaction with you. So essentially, just offer the handshake, smile, even if you have to force the smile a little bit, and then call out their name, because their name is their most favorite word in the entire fucking universe. If you were to combine every single person's name, important or not, into like a bundle and call that out to them, they wouldn't give a shit. They would give a shit if it was their name. So essentially, those 3 basics can lead you to have an insane social interaction with each person, hater or not. So this is all good and handy, right? These 4 principles of how to become a man from a boy. But do you want to actually level up your body? Because think about it, I see a lot of people at school, a lot of friends and classmates, they are sort of hench, right? They go to the gym quite often, and there's something off about it. There's always this lack of capability. Even if they're a little bit hench, you just look at their body and they're a little bit insecure, they're a little bit low in energy. Even if they have a muscular body, it doesn't convey presence, it doesn't convey respect, simply because I believe they haven't been training the right way. I believe that if you train the right way and train fully, maxing out everything, going to failure every time, having savage, brutal workouts, that when you walk out the gym, you'll be proud, sweating, and burnt out fully, with all of your muscles sore to the brim, and the next day when you wake up, you are big. And I believe I can help you. I'm sorry, but I'm not used to doing plugs, right? If you want to be a part of a 28 days journey, fitness journey, where I help you fully in-depth, comprehensive, hand-to-hand, no dull course content for you to watch, no fucking 4 hours of watching idle, disgusting content. I fully take you hand-to-hand each week, 1 hour call, daily accountability texting, text me whatever you want, request for a tailored specific video to whatever you want, whether it's me showing you a grip form, a fucking bench form, whatever you want. And also you get to have a gym live session call. Whenever you're in the gym and you want me to fix something in real time, you can call me. All of this with a guarantee that makes it all risk-free. Whether you want to cancel right away or you want to cancel on the last day, on the last call, you get 100% of your money back if you feel like we've made no progress. Now, with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. In a bit.